Welcome to Bob Cargill's Marketing Show, a ridiculously awesome podcast bursting with insightful commentaries and intriguing conversations on the topics and issues that are on the minds of marketers, advertisers, social media, and PR professionals today. Hey everybody, this is Bob Cargill, and this is Bob Cargill's Marketing Show. Yes, this is my podcast, but my podcast being filmed here at Fisher College. And when I say my podcast, today it's our podcast. It's Professor Cargill with my students, and they are actually going to take the stage. They're going to be the stars of the show. So let's say it's your podcast, students. And when I say your, we got Ethan, we got Aswin, we got Julian, we got Kenny, and we got Fatty. And I'm very excited. They are only 5 of about 20 students who are in my inbound marketing class here at Fisher College, and they are ridiculously awesome, wicked smart students, as is the live audience behind us. Yay! And that's the rest of the class. So we only had room on these couches for a select few, but there's a select bunch behind us. Everybody here is rock stars. They know that's what I say to my students. You are a rock star, and that's because I want each and every one of you to feel good about yourselves. I have to tell myself the same thing. It's called, pumping ourselves up. So what we're going to talk about? Well, it's a class in inbound marketing. So we're going to talk about inbound marketing. We're going to talk about Fisher College, because we're here on the grounds of Fisher College, where I proudly teach, happily teach, where they go to school. They're going to tell you all about Fisher College. I might throw a few questions at them, but this is not a pop quiz, guys. Nothing too difficult. And if you want to pass that question along to your classmate, that's fine too. So yeah, Professor Cargill today, Bob Cargill's Marketing Show, live here at Fisher College in Boston, and Ryan behind the scenes there, behind the glass, as they say, and I think Brennan's back there with him, helping out. Thanks, guys, for woo! So here we go.
Producers.
Inbound marketing. So inbound marketing, we've been here, this is spring semester. We've been here like halfway through the semester, a little bit more than halfway through. We've studied, obviously, generally speaking, inbound marketing, but we've studied customer journeys, personas, marketing plans. You have all picked a store or business, and you're doing an inbound marketing plan for them. That includes creative, that includes SEO, might include email marketing, might include general advertising, but we're focusing on inbound marketing. So I'm going to throw this question to Julian, but you can pass it if you would, or anyone can chime in.
See what I can do with it.
We are learning all about inbound marketing. So what I would say is, what would you say, Julian, about inbound marketing? What makes it inbound marketing? How important is it to a business or brand?
Well, inbound marketing is just so important in itself, because the main form of marketing is always outbound marketing. Those are your commercials you'll see on the TV, your random ads you'll see while you're scrolling on your browser. But inbound marketing is really it brings the people who are already aware of you back to you. So most of that ends up going online. Most of that can come from, messages like spam emails, stuff like that. But there's just so many different applications for it, and it's so important to have. I don't know if y'all want to add something to that, but
I'd agree. I think inbound marketing personally is for our generation, especially with all of us being on phones and stuff, definitely being connected on the internet and being a presence on the internet is something a lot of people sort of look for, especially with reliability. And if someone has a lot of following, that's somebody that you can sort of put your trust in, unhinged, without really worrying about it.
What's the big company that we've been learning from that I believe their headquarters are right here in Boston, that in a way founded the term inbound marketing, and in a way kind of invented the whole, thing that's called inbound marketing? What company is that?
you talking about HubSpot?
Yeah. And what do we know about HubSpot? Give them a shout out. And the 2 founders, what school did they go to? You guys remember?
I don't remember what school the founders went to. What I do remember about HubSpot is just the courses they have and the learning we do through the courses and in the class. It puts it all together so that we can learn further, and it helps us make our discussions.
I also want to jump in there and say something about HubSpot. HubSpot is really the ultimate form of inbound marketing. There's so many different options they offer. There's the marketing sense, where they offer that marketing automation, the B2B for business. And then you also have to think about how they offer education. So they already proved that they are a reliable source of education. They know what they're talking about. So say I'm taking their course right now for their inbound marketing certification.
Yes.
In a couple of years, when I'm in business and I want to do something for my automation, I already know that HubSpot knows what they're doing, and they're already reliable with what they're doing, which makes it even easier for me to go back to them, which is inbound marketing in itself.
Absolutely. We had a guest speaker who was on my last podcast, Casey Cheshire.
Yes, we did.
And what did he say about if you have that inbound marketing certification?
If
from
you have
HubSpot?
that inbound marketing certification, I found it really interesting. He just looks at your LinkedIn. If you have that on your certification, if you have that certification, apologies, it already makes you stand out from the crowd,
That's
stand out
how
from the rest of the
important.
competitors. It's just one extra thing to add to your resume and just make you look way better and you're
More qualified.
more qualified.
Get
Exactly.
your foot in
Thank
the
you.
door. You're one step ahead of the competition, if you will.
Exactly,
Ethan, do you have
exactly.
something to add about that?
Yeah, I wanted to say that I think HubSpot really shows that like marketing itself, it doesn't have to be this overly complicated thing, right? It teaches you how to think about marketing. It teaches you what to look for in like trends and new styles. It doesn't have to be learning all the crazy terms and all the details and specifics. It teaches you how to like understand the market, how to understand your audiences, the people you're trying to reach.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I don't know if they could said it better themselves. That was perfect. What I would say about HubSpot and marketing, I mean, that was a big influence on my career so far. And I started my blog in 2004, and HubSpot, I think, came along around 2006. Damish and Brian Halligan, Damish Shah and Brian Halligan, the co-founders, and they went to MIT and founded that company at a very young age. And it was like a rock star company, and still is. I mean, it's huge. It's got gargantuan, if you will, a behemoth-sized company that influenced the marketing world a lot. And what you just said, Ethan, marketing without marketing, educating, entertaining, informing, engaging, exciting your audience. Did you want to say something about that, Aswin?
Post on social interact with any like brand and whatnot. That's
There you go.
and people don't realize that like just like if you tag like a business, let's say you go to like a bakery or a cafe, and then you're posting constantly, all that foot traffic is gonna eventually go to your company or
So if we were to, and this is being recorded, film and audio, if we were to put it on social media, how important would that be? Maybe to Fisher College, maybe to anybody that we tag, maybe HubSpot because we're giving them a shout out, maybe each of us by name. That's an example. Am I correct?
I mean, I think for us as well as students here, I think it shows a light on Fisher College, what we're sort of learning. It gives us I'd say an infinite way to reach people. It's something that can reach people, I mean, from outside of our own country, if some of us have that kind of outreach. I think the whole idea of the internet and how Ash was saying over here, the way we interact with posts is inbound marketing itself, and I don't think a lot of people really understand just that little foot track can lead to a lot of traction in the long run. I think the consistency behind it is what the key factor is for that, to turn numbers into progress and success. So I just wanted to agree with Ash on his statement. I think that was a big statement to really remark.
Absolutely. So some of the assignments, thank you, Fadi. Thank you so much. Some of the assignments we've had up until now, you're all in groups with our live audience. They're part of the groups. They're part of the class. You were the ones that got to the couch first, if you will. There's only so much room here. But we have picked businesses and brands and are doing an inbound marketing plan. Unbeknownst to these businesses and brands, maybe we'll get to present those marketing plans to those businesses and brands. But we've done a customer journey. We've looked at the personas. We've done a social media audit. Can anyone take a pass, or does anyone want to be the educator in this case, talking about what is a customer journey? Explain that. Why is it important for a business or brand to know the journey its customers take? Looks like Kenny's ready.
Yeah, so the customer journey is just the overall experience that a customer has with a brand, from getting to know them initially to the end result of them buying a product and coming back or never coming back to the brand. Hopefully they come back, and that's why the customer journey is so important for a brand to understand, because now they understand how to hook people in more, what it is that hooks the people in, and what it is that retains customers.
Yeah, and all the different touch points so that you understand how to market to them, how to help nudge them along, if you will, or greet them, if you will. I don't always mean literally, but figuratively, the business or brand understands what it takes to attract, to engage, to excite their customers and prospects. You have something to add? I can tell Julian.
So when it comes to customer journey, I agree with what he said, but it also has a lot to do with like the ups and downs of it. So it helps to understand as well. It's not like your perfect experience with it. It's your most typical.
Yeah.
So when you're making a customer journey map, you got to think about some of the more difficult things that a customer could set them off, maybe not make them want to come back, so that you can further. You good now?
Yep, all good. Yep.
So that we can further what's the point I was gonna make? Further understand the actual journey and the difficulties. May not want make them want back and fix that as a business to help.
And I think to add on to it, what makes it very helpful is what my group did, where we make multiple customer journeys with different personas. I don't know if anybody wants to explain what a persona is.
Go ahead, Kenny, please. And then pass it to Fadi right next to you.
I will. So when you make it for the different personas, it shows like, sometimes they interact with different touch points. For example, you can get introduced to a company through their Instagram versus you can just walk by a bookstore and say, oh, hey, look at this bookstore. Let me check it out. So I think that's why it's important to have different personas.
Quick debrief of personas is basically an assumed customer that's going to come to your, let's say for my group, it's a coffee shop. So an assumed customer that would come to a coffee shop, whether it's age, location of, housing, school, what they're into. Is it food, coffee, some, interest, disinterest, what led to the coffee shop. It's a broad range to be able to at least grab an idea of who your customer or target market is and be able to branch off that, which is connected to the customer journey map that Kenny explained.
Awesome, Fadi. And Ethan's going to explain or touch upon, if you don't mind, content, because when you have those touch points, those interactions with your customers, your prospects during the customer journey, what's the importance of content that you create? And can you describe a few different types of content?
Well, the importance of content that you create when looking for customers is that you create content that kind of shows people what your business is about and like what you're trying to provide to them, right? Because a lot of times when they see a company, they might see your brand and it can be difficult to understand what some brands or what some companies are about. So it's important to make content that shows understanding. It's easy to understand and gets your message across.
Would today's podcast, it's considered content, and we put it up on behalf of Fisher or under the name of my own podcast, episode like 196 or 197. But let's say it's in collaboration. Absolutely. I'm going to tag Fisher. I'm going to put it up. Hopefully you will all share it. We get it on video. We get it on audio. Maybe some pictures from our live audience from a distance. That, wouldn't you think, is a significant piece of content? What could happen as a result of us putting that on the air? Where could it go? Who could see it? What might be the result?
You want to take it, Ash, or you want me to?
Yeah, we're gonna be like the next big things, like famous everywhere.
I agree. I mean, yeah,
autographs.
And then what happens? What is the result?
It's a matter of traffic. Again, like I said, it's consistency. You're getting foot traffic. You're getting just views. From a bunch of us as a collective, I know we could probably outreach a good 8,000-10,000 people just within all of our accounts together. And as one person, that's not something you really see. But scaling it and being able to, work with others and reach out to, Fisher College through all of our social platforms reaches out to a whole lot more people.
On behalf of the business, and again, let's say we're doing this at Fisher. This is a Fisher College hosted in the studio podcast. What could be the benefit to the brand or business?
That's what I was just about. First of all, we're in this podcast room. Sorry. Gotcha. All right. So being here at Fisher College just gives us the opportunity to use this podcast, which we can also advertise for the college in itself, as in terms of this is an option you can have if you were to come here as a student.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows the other side of it, not only advertising ourselves and the marketing courses, but some of the options you have at Fisher College. A lot of places you wouldn't be doing this right now. We wouldn't be in this room having a good conversation about, inbound marketing and having this as a class in itself.
Yeah.
So it's very good advertisement for the school itself, I see.
I think it shows a real side of the school, too. We were just talking about personas and customer journey map. This is something where it's, you're kind of seeing a persona of who would kind of show up to the school, the kind of people around the school. I mean, it's a great community when you find your people for sure.
This is
So,
content. This is
Yeah, exactly.
marketing without marketing. Not that that's what we intended, but it's putting something up on social, on the internet. Not possible, really, before the internet. HubSpot founded the idea of inbound marketing around 2006. I started my blog in '04. People started podcasting around 2003, '04. We're now podcasting here at Fisher. It could go viral, could help bring potential students to the school, potential faculty to the school. It gives people a look behind the scenes, and any business or brand can do this. Imagine if we did this every day. Wouldn't it, first of all, it'd be a lot of fun.
The consistency, yeah. I mean, we come back to consistency a lot. I think that's something that is what makes true marketing and a true marketer a marketer, and kind of shows the difference in between who can keep up with good marketing or not. I really come back to the key point of consistency. I'm a firm believer of that.
Buddy, you're making a very good point. I say be conspicuous in your presence on social media, because if you do just one podcast, okay, great, applause, but people will forget about you after a month or two unless it really goes viral. The idea is to put a multitude of quality content out there on a variety of channels. Am I right, Kenny? Or what else did you have to
add
say
about the content? That being out here at Fisher is such a good opportunity because everybody here, we're from different states. We all come from different countries. Our families from different. We speak different languages. And so when we post something and we tag each other, it's reaching completely different audiences. And the reason that helps Fisher College is because we're all around the age of people who are looking to maybe get back into college or have younger siblings that are looking to get into college. So it's just putting out the content makes it so that a lot more people can see it.
So I should have asked you all at the beginning to do what I'm going to ask for you now. You just made me think when you said you're all from different parts of the world and you're different personas to a degree for who a prospective Fisher College student would be. How about, within a minute or so, each of you take time to introduce yourselves and say what it is about Fisher College that attracted you here, what you're enjoying so much about it, what you're enjoying maybe, hopefully, about our class together, inbound marketing, and anyone can go first. You guys can go in the order that you would prefer.
Yeah, I'll give us a quick little right now. My name is Julian Lamparelli. I'm from Windham, New Hampshire. I'm a sophomore here at college. I major in marketing. I have going for a minor in management. What really attracted me here at first was the city. I can't lie. I thought it was beautiful. I've always been like a really big Boston guy. I love Boston sports. I love the community. I love the culture. So that was the real first thing that attracted me. What's keeping me here is the community. It's a very small, tight-knit community. I mean, there's a lot of good people here, a lot of good friends. Everybody, you kind of walk through the halls, you know everybody. Everybody's very family-centered, it feels like. But I highly recommend to anyone. There's so many events you can take place in. There's so many clubs. I mean, I just competed in the talent show from the Marco Club. Fadi did as well. I'm sure he'll tell you a little bit about that. But thank you.
How'd you do in the talent show?
Second place.
He's so modest. Second place, man.
We say.
You're going places.
Hopefully, only up from here. But yeah, that's my story. So I'll pass it on this way.
Aswin, you would be next.
I am. My name's Oswin Chimasorn. People call me Ash. I'm a senior here, marketing major, and I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. There's not much else. I love Fisher, proud Falcon.
Aswin, you volunteered for my event in the fall,
Yes.
a big event, a half-day conference. I thank you for that, and that's how I met you.
The marketing roadshow. Yeah,
That's awesome.
It was very fun. Yeah, he was there too. Yeah.
And Julian,
I
yes,
was there.
yes, of course.
Bob,
And Logan, who's behind the scenes, was there, as I recall. Yeah. Boston Celtics. Who's number 46?
Number 46. I do not know.
I didn't mean to catch you off guard. I don't know either.
You asked me anything from 2008 and beyond, I could probably name.
It's
the
a cool
jersey.
jacket.
Yeah.
In the interest of time, let's keep things going around the room. Fadi is next.
All right, y'all. So what's going on? My name's Fadi. I'm from Lynnfield, Massachusetts. I'm a senior here. My major is entrepreneurship, concentration in business management. I love Fisher, just like how these boys said. I mean, you can clearly see these are all friends right here. Good family. It's close knit, like Julian said. It's It's not a typical college set. It's
not a
closer.
typical
I like it in sense where I feel closer and have more outreach to my professors. I'm able to sort of communicate more one-on-one than I would in like a 100-person lecture. So it's nice to get that closer feel than sort of feel like a one of 20,000 students enrolled in a college and sort of got forgotten about. But yeah, I think the faculty here is great too. Everyone's very, close to you. I mean, shout out Arthur, the advisor. It's my guy. Big ups. Yeah. Yeah.
Kenny, go ahead. Thank you, Fadi. Awesome.
I'm Kenny Herrera. I'm a business major. I have a minor in marketing. What attracted me here to Fishers, like they said, is it's the low ratio of students to faculty. We all have like genuine connections with the faculty. Like we run to our favorite faculty members. We all tell them good morning. Shout out Donna Brady. That's my advisor. We all like, everybody has a relationship with their advisors and their professors. It's not like you're just in passing and you're not like another number on the sheet where they have to get through. When I have a meeting with Donna Brady, we talk about like my family and her family. It's personal connections. That's what I like about Fisher College.
Kenny, thank you so much. And finally, Ethan.
Okay, so my name's Ethan Wien. I come down from New Jersey, and for the past semester, I've changed to a public relations major, but for the past 2.5 years before that, I was actually in journalism here at Fisher. And I originally came up to Boston with the idea of just getting my education here and then going to the journalism and news center of the world, which is New York. But after being here for 2.5, almost 3 years now, I kind of realized that there's so much going on here, and it's such a hub for like all different news, especially Fisher. It's given me so many opportunities to talk with different professors and different news people in the industry. Yeah, it's really nice here.
Ethan, thank you. Ethan, Kenny,
I forgot to add Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah. You guys all with the shout-outs. Aswin and Julian, all of you, all 5 of you, amazing. Rockstars, as I know you are, and I went to Brooklyn College, from my, I lived in Brooklyn for a few years, going way, way back. I started off by saying it's Bob Cargill's marketing show because I'm going to post this under my podcast, but it's really your marketing show, okay? Here at Fisher College, each and every one of you, Rockstars, I say that to you every day, and I want you to feel that all the time. I want all my students to feel that because you feel good about yourself, you're going to do better in anything that you are doing. You guys are all doing great in everything that you're doing. So thank you, each and every one of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. It was fun.
Thank you, Ryan.
How we not shouting out the professor? Shout out
Professor Cargill. Let's get a round of applause.
You guys are too kind. Thank you, live audience, which is the rest of the students.
Yeah, shout out the rest of the class.
So Ethan, Julian, Aswin, Fadi, Kenny, and Brendan behind the scenes, and Ryan behind the scenes, and then all our live audience. That's it for this episode of Bob Cargill's Marketing Show here at Fisher College. And I should say it's your marketing show. And thanks, everybody. We'll be back soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
I make music. Fadi Dahib. Shout out.
Rockstar.
How's that?
Buddy.
How's that?
Fun.
Good show, man.
I wonder if that's still